Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Ezukanji Kashiwa here. But since we're all friends, you can call me Ezu. If you're new here, I talk movies, series, gaming, music, basically everything entertainment. And on days like today, I like to throw a little positivity back into the world. And if that can even help one person have a better day, have a different approach to the week, then my job here is basically done. Alright? Okay, let's get into it. We've heard this a million times. You are what you eat. And that is a very basic principle, but still remains true. What you put in your body is what your body becomes. You can work out 10 times a day in the gym, but if what you're eating, what you're feeding yourself, doesn't have the nutritional content to grow your body, to develop your muscle, you won't grow. It doesn't matter how many times you hit the gym. Somebody once said abs are not made in the gym, they're made in the kitchen. This is true. What you feed your body, you become. And this doesn't just apply to the body alone. It applies to you in your entirety. What you feed yourself, you become. Let me break it down. What you read, what you feed the mind, what you expose your mind to, what you watch, what you read, what you hear, what you listen to, it is who you become. The mind is a very powerful tool, but it works both ways. It can either be positive or negative, and if used correctly, can be the anchor to your very livelihood. It can be the anchor to your failure or success in whatever you do. It all starts here. So you should be very careful what you feed your mind. Everything starts with a thought. Whoever you are, it doesn't matter what you believe in, it doesn't matter what your ethnicity is, it doesn't matter what your creed is. Whatever it is that you have done, you have first thought about. Whatever it is that you have achieved, you first conceived in the mind. It's a very basic principle, if understood, can change your entire life. Everything that happens starts up here. I want you to think about that for a minute. Every little detail that you have ever uttered, every word, every action starts here. Everything. When you think it, it's real. It becomes. Then when you speak it, when you utter it, you give it life. I'll say that again. When you think it, it becomes. It is formed. It exists. And when you speak it, you give it life. It becomes real. Even God in creation thought of what he wanted to create, the world and everything that came with it. And it became. But it only had life once he spoke it. Everything that happens starts from here. So what is in your mind? What are you thinking about? The things you're thinking about are as a result of what's in your mind. What's in your mind is as a result of what you feed your mind. So what are you reading? What are you watching? What are you listening to? What are you exposing your mind to? What are you feeding your mind to? What are you nourishing your mind with? What are you feeding your mind? What are you feeding your spirit? What are you feeding your body? Because that's what makes you, you. The mind, the body, and the spirit. That's what forms you. Your growth isn't binary. Your growth isn't one stream. It's three. It's your mind, your body, your spirit. That's what makes you, you. So you cannot feed one and expect the others to get the same nourishment. You cannot feed your body and expect your mind to get the same nourishment. You cannot feed your body and expect your spirit to get the same nourishment. My spirit is fed through the Spirit of God, the Holy Spirit, and that's just me. But for you, you have to feed your spirit regardless of what you believe in. Your spirit still needs feeding, because only by feeding it with the right nutrients does that spirit grow. Only by feeding your body with the right nutrients does that body grow. Only by feeding your mind with the right nutrients does that mind grow. What is in the reservoirs of your mind? What remains when you go to sleep? What is in your subconscious? The thing that you're reading or watching or listening to. That's what remains in your subconsciousness. The mind, I say again, is a very powerful tool. Everything that exists starts with a thought. Look at the greatest skyscraper in the world. It started with someone thinking it. It started with someone conceiving the idea of its possibility to exist. Every little thing you can think of starts with a thought. So shouldn't you be very careful with what you place in that space that creates everything? Personally, I'm very cautious. I'm very cautious of what I watch. I'm very cautious of what I listen to. I'm very cautious of the people I surround myself because I understand the simple principle. What you feed your mind, body, spirit extends that particular thing to grow. A negative thought will drive my mind to negative action. A positive thought will drive my mind to positive action. So it all comes down to what I feed my mind, my body. I have to be very aware of what I put in here. I cannot eat junk every single day and expect my body to perform at an optimum. Be cautious of what you put in these three things. Be very aware of what you feed your spirit. Be aware of what you feed your mind. Be aware of what you feed your body. Take care of those things. How do you take care of anything? By feeding it the right nutrients. By feeding it everything that it requires to grow. You remember primary school experiments where you're given a seed, you plant it, and you're supposed to take care of that seed. You're supposed to water it every day. You're supposed to till the soil. You are supposed to create an environment suitable for growth. This applies to every aspect in these three areas: your mind, your body, your spirit. You are supposed to create an environment for your mind to grow. You're supposed to create an environment for your spirit, for your body to grow. The moment you stop growing, your reason for existing ceases. I'll say that again. The moment you stop growing, the moment you stop having a reason to move forward, your reason to exist past that point ceases. It all boils down to the same thing. What are you feeding you? And who are you? You're the mind, you're the body, you're the spirit. So what are you feeding the trifecta? What are you feeding your mind? What are you feeding your body? What are you feeding your spirit? Feed these three things with the right nutrients, with the right spiritual nutrients, with the right nutrients for the mind, with the right nutrients for the body. And you will get an optimum out of life. Okay? Alright. That's it for me. And as always, dare to be great. See what happens. Peace.